Alright, we got 10 Nintendo Switch 2 accessories here, and I'm going to talk to you guys about which ones I think was worth it for me and which ones I think you can probably skip. Alright, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the Switch 2 Pro Controller first. This one's $89 here in the US, and I think this is the best way to play your Nintendo Switch 2 if you play it docked, or if you have a multiplayer game with someone. This is way more comfortable to use than those tiny Joy-Cons. The sticks on these ones are super smooth, like it has like a different resistance to it than the Joy-Cons, and it just feels a lot more precise. So on games like Mario Kart or any kind of like racing games or shooters, you want to have the most precise sticks that you can possibly get, because that's going to make the difference between winning the game or losing the game. One thing that they updated on the Switch 2 controllers is the HD Rumble 2. This is supposed to be more precise with the vibrations on the controller and the feedback than the old one. Nintendo is the first one to come out with like a rumble feature on the controllers with the rumble pack on the N64, so I feel like they'll come out with some games that'll take advantage of this. They also kept the motion controls on this one, and I think that's useful on games like Zelda when you're aiming with your bow and arrow or something like that to get like a little bit better accuracy. Makes it a little bit more fun too, I think. And you can still use your amiibos on this controller like you can on the Joy-Cons. They added the 3.5mm headphone jack on this one, so you can plug in your headphones instead of having an extra long cord that goes all the way to your dock. And speaking of the dock, you can actually wake up your Switch 2 when it's on the dock with this controller. One thing I wish they had on this one, like the PlayStation controller, is analog triggers, but I think the best thing about this controller though that they added is the GLGR buttons on the back, so you can map these out to be any button on the controller. Man, this is clutch when it comes to any kind of like shooters or RPGs where you have to roll around. Instead of taking your thumb off the right stick and pressing the A button, you can just map it to the GR button and then press that to roll around and still move with the right stick at the same time. I think that should be a standard on every Pro controller now. I feel like if I buy a Pro controller, I'm already expecting those buttons to be there. This has really good battery life at 40 hours and takes about 3.5 hours to charge. They also added the C button on this one. So just one thing, just remember, if you're buying this thing, make sure you buy it for your Switch 2, because it's not compatible with the Switch 1. It clearly says it on their website that this is only compatible with the Switch 2. Yeah, for me, this one is a must-have. This is a big W. So this next one you gotta have if you take your Switch 2 anywhere. The battery life on this Switch 2, if you play, you know that it doesn't last that long. I get like maybe 3 hours of playing Madden on this thing, and if you're playing longer quarters, you might not even be able to finish your game from the battery that you get on the Switch 2. This is the super compact Iniu P50 Power Bank, and even though Iniu sponsored this part of the video, like something like this needs to be included in this video anyways, because I think power banks are one of the most important things that you can take with you on the road, or even just like playing video games while you're laying in bed. That way you can just pick this up and just keep playing. This one has a 45 watt max output, and Nintendo says it can take 2 to 3 hours to fully charge the Switch 2, and this thing was able to do it in 2 hours and 8 minutes. I was able to get one extra full charge, and it still left 30% left on the power bank, and I was able to get another 34% on the Switch after that. So that really extends your gameplay a lot, I think. And one of the most impressive things about this is the size. It's super small, it's super compact. This thing is smaller than the Joy-Con. The dimensions on this thing is 3.3 by 2 by 1, and it's just like super compact. You can easily put this in your pocket and just carry it anywhere. And it weighs 160 grams, so it's super lightweight. And then it comes with a detachable lanyard with the USB-C cable. Like you never have to worry about forgetting your cable or something like that. If you take this with you, you're always gonna have something to charge your Switch 2. So this is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, but on the back it says it's rated for 36 watt hours, which is well below the TSA limit, so you can take this on a plane. But I got a 87% efficiency rating on this because I was able to get 31.25 watt hours out of the 36. That's really good for a power bank like this. You also get pass-through charging with this, so while you're charging this, you can charge your Switch 2 at the same time. So this thing is only $34.99. This is way less than the price of a memory card for your Switch 2. I think it's a must-have for anyone that travels, or if you just want to have extra battery and playtime with the Switch 2. Alright, we're gonna go into another heavy hitter, man. This one is gonna be the Steelseries Arctis Gamebuds. This is by far the best earbuds that you can buy on your Switch 2, man. There's like no comparison. I usually use my AirPod Pro 2s, but after using this, man, there's like a big difference when it comes to like the spatial audio and then just like the game audio overall. These ones are super comfortable. You can wear these for like the longest time and you just like don't even think about it. And this one has excellent 4-mic ANC. I feel like I couldn't really hear anything around me compared to my AirPod Pros 2. So with that, I can sometimes hear stuff that's going on around me, but this one blocked out a lot of noise. This one had a lot better directional sound and much fuller sound than my AirPod Pros 2 for video games. Especially on games like Mario Kart, when somebody's throwing like 3 green shells at you, like you can really hear those zooming around. You can tell that it's coming right at you and then flying past you. And on Donkey Kong, you can really hear all the environment, like the waterfalls, and then just like all the little things like with the coins and the gold and like all the rocks and all that stuff. One thing I really like about SteelSeries is that they have the best software, period. Like this thing, you can download the app for it, and there's over 100 presets that you can choose from for your games. They even have Super Mario Kart World preloaded on there already. So you can choose one of these presets, and then it'll basically give you an equalizer that's set for that game. One thing that I really like is the case on this thing. It has the slot for the dongle, so you can just push that in there. It looks like a USB-C slot, and then you have everything you need to carry with you wherever you go. This 2.4 gigahertz dongle is going to give you super ultra low latency compared to Bluetooth, but this one also has Bluetooth 5.3 for you to connect to your phone or something. And these earbuds, they're actually water resistant with the IP55 ratings. So IP55, that should be good for like rain or, you know, any kind of like heavy workout and stuff like that too. The only thing I didn't really like about it was like the mic sound wasn't that good. So I'll show you guys what that sounds like.
This is like the only downside I feel like of these earbuds is like the mic's just not that good. So this is what it sounds like, the Steelseries Arctis Gamebuds. What do you guys think? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments.
And you can charge this case and your earbuds using USB-C, or you can use a Qi wireless charger. So the earbuds get 10 hours of battery life, but with the case, if you're on the road, you can get up to 40 hours. And these go for $199.99, so they're on the expensive, like premium side, but this week I saw that GameStop had them for $127.99. So if you guys can find it for that price, that's a steal. I would definitely pick these up. This is the most comfortable way to listen to your Switch 2 and get amazing sound while you're on the road or while you're in bed or something. These earbuds, these are goated right here, man. This is like, I think this is the best earbuds that you can buy for your Switch 2, period. All right, let's see. Let's go to the game card holder next. This is good for anyone that's traveling. This is made by FYY. Yeah, it's like on Amazon, but basically it holds 24 game cartridges, and it's easy to just slip this thing in your pocket. And they come in different colors like red, black, you know, whatever, green. There's like a lot of different companies that make these. I think this one was like $9 or something like that online on Amazon. So this is like an easy, convenient way to take your games with you, or if you just want to have a place to put all your games, you can put a bunch of memory cards in here. Like each slot can hold 2 memory cards. And then one thing I like about this is like the inside is rubber, so I like that better than the plastic like snap-on ones, because say if you're playing games like late at night or something, it's a lot more quiet to just take these out of the case than the plastic ones. And I also like how this thing has a magnet to close. Next one is going to be the steering wheel. I think this one is like an underrated accessory. I feel like I even overlooked this one because when you look at it, it just looks like a friggin' toy or something, you know, but this one's pretty cool. You put this in there, they updated this to, you know, snap on there with the magnet. So you can just slide that in there and you can see that it turns, you know, it like connects to the Joy-Con to it. It also has the triggers on the outside, so these buttons are pretty big. Like it's easy to push these to like drift or you know, use your items or whatever. But I think this makes the game a little bit more fun. I don't know if you guys ever played Mario Kart on the arcade, but this makes it a little bit closer to that than just playing with the Joy-Con. And even if you don't play with the motion controls on this, you can just put it on here and just play with your Joy-Con. It might be easier for some people to hold this than the little Joy-Con like this, you know. To me, I was like, man, this thing's gonna be okay. But once I played Mario Kart, I was like, wow, this is actually kind of fun, you know. I tried this with the motion controls, and then I tried it with just the Joy-Con motion controls. I did way better with this steering wheel. I was like getting first place on every race with this versus just playing it with the Joy-Con. I think the way you end up holding this makes the motion controls actually more accurate than if you're holding it just with the Joy-Con. I feel like you're holding it more diagonal, so when you turn it like this, it's not as precise. I don't think it's as accurate that way. This is a good accessory if you just want to have like a good fun multiplayer Mario Kart game, or if you have children, they'll probably love this thing, you know, because this is like almost like a kid-size accessory, you know. And these things, you can get a pair of these for 25 bucks, so it's not even that bad. It's actually like pretty decent for 2 of them. I would 100% choose this thing to play Mario Kart over just the Joy-Con, you know what I mean? Like, It's like, after using this, I don't even want to play Mario Kart like this ever again. All right, so the next one, if you buy digital games, you're definitely gonna need a MicroSD Express card. So this is the new card that they use for the Nintendo Switch. This is a lot faster than the old microSD cards. So just remember, you can't use the old microSD cards on the Switch 2. This one has 880 megabytes per second read speed versus like the old ones. I think the fastest one goes up to like around 200 or something like that. So this is like 4 times faster, or more than 4 times faster than the old ones. So I have the SanDisk one, and also have the officially licensed Samsung Mario version that they have. These things are like waterproof, dustproof, magnet, X-ray, all that stuff. This one used to be $50, but now they're $72, and then the Mario one's $59.99. So make sure you guys pick up one of these if you plan on putting a lot of digital games on your Switch 2. All right, so next one we have, this is going to be the official Nintendo Switch 2 camera. So this is a 1080p camera. It has a privacy thing right here that you can turn on and off. And this is a wide lens with a 110-degree viewing angle. The thing that's cool about this is, like, I think it's better to have like a dedicated camera for something like this versus like, yeah, you can hook up your phone to your Switch 2 and use your camera from your phone, but then it's like you have to unplug it and plug it back in, and then if someone calls or something like that, it's better to have a dedicated camera for your games. I feel like you can just put it anywhere in your living room or your house or whatever. It's not gonna like really stand out. If you look at this thing, it's like not that much bigger than the screen here. So, but yeah, it just connects with the USB-C and you just plug it into the top of the Switch. So these go for 55 bucks here in the US now. So if you play a lot of online games with your friends and you can get your friends to get their camera on there, I think it makes it more fun to play multiplayer that way. You can probably get a cheaper camera, but I like that this has the 1080p resolution versus, I think the Ori one that looks like the Piranha Plant, that one is like 480p or something like that, and I don't remember what the price is on that one, but it's like, are you gonna buy a 480p camera for your $500 brand new console, you know? So I like this one better. The Switch 2 already has like a film screen protector over it that they tell you not to take off, so that's why I got the tempered glass screen protectors. I don't even really like the film ones anyways, but so I got these screen protectors from Amfilm, and it was only like $8 and you get 2 of them. So this one has the 9H rating for like scratch resistance and everything. It's supposed to be pretty durable. Well, I have an extra one that I'm gonna see if I can break that thing, but this is only 0.03 millimeters thick, and you won't notice the difference if you're using the touchscreen on this thing. Like you can barely tell that it's on there, honestly, and it was really easy to put on. It comes with like this tray thing that you put on there, and you just like touch it, and it gets that, like all the bubbles and everything out. It also comes with like the stickers, so in case you get dust underneath it, you can take all the dust out of there. Alright, y'all, so this is the Amfilm screen protector. I'm gonna take this out, and then we're gonna scratch this up with my keys. Just gonna put it on the table here, and let's see if this will scratch it. Well, it's actually pretty smooth. So I'm putting a little bit of pressure on here. Let's see what it looks like. There's no scratches on this thing from the keys, so that's pretty good. All right, so the key couldn't scratch it, so I'm gonna use the knife here and see if this will do anything. Dang, this thing is smooth. What the heck? I've never tried this before. This is like the first time I've ever done this. That's crazy. Wow. It's still. Let me see what it looks like. Hold on. Man, they weren't lying about that 9H rating. I feel a lot better now having this thing on my Switch 2. And the D-Brain ones are like 35 bucks for a pack of 2, so I don't know. They both claim to do the same thing, so I guess I'll have to test it out and see which one's better, huh? All right, next one, I want to show you guys this carrying case from Nintendo. This thing right here, this is the all-in-one carrying case made by Nintendo. This thing was like, I think it was like 90 bucks when I bought this. You can put in the dock, you can put in the whole Switch 2, and then the Joy-Cons, and then even the little adapter thing for your Joy-Cons to make it into like a controller. And then it has a slot for the Pro Controller and also the plug-in for the wall. It has a zipper thing up here to put like cables or whatever else you want to put in there. And then on the top, you have the slots. There's like, what is that? There's like 6 slots for games on the top. So when I first saw this thing, I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. I can put all my stuff in here, and you know, I just need one case to carry everything. But once you get it, it's like, who's gonna carry this box around outside? Like, it's just like a big lunch box or something, you know? I'm not gonna carry this thing around anywhere unless this is like a specialty case. Like, if you play your game so much that like your girlfriend or your wife kicks you out of the house, this is what you need, so you can take all your stuff and pack it and leave, you know? Like, I didn't have any real use for this. I put my Switch 2 on the dock like 90% of the time, and the controllers and everything, I don't know, I have spots for those. I don't need like a storage case for it, you know? It's not like I'm putting this thing away for like to go hibernate or something, you know? Like, it just takes up space in my room. It's just like another box, you know? I can just put everything in my Switch 2 box if I really wanted to, and that thing's free. This one, I don't know, man. I can't recommend this one unless like you really, it's just like a special case item, I feel like. So this one, I think this is a skip. Like, don't get this one. You can probably find a cheaper alternative if you just really want to store all your stuff somewhere, you know? Like, if you get kicked out of your house, bro, this is gonna be like your care package, you know? It's like, you can probably put a sandwich in there too or something. All right, next one we got is this sling bag that a company called Coowps sent me this. And so from the outside, it looks pretty cool, but they said it's made for the Switch 2, right? So it has these pockets. You put your Switch 2 in here, and this little strap, it covers the sticks on the Joy-Con. So I don't really like that. Like, I feel like over time that's gonna wear out your Joy-Con, and then you're gonna end up with stick drift or something. Like, I feel like they designed this one before the Switch 2 came out, and they didn't think about this. Like, this is what I mean. Like, some of these accessories that, you know, like I mentioned in my D-brand Killswitch 2 video, I feel like they don't play these consoles or, you know, whatever that they're making these products for, because if they did, they wouldn't, you know, design these things that way. This one has like some side pockets here for, you know, like a power bank and stuff or whatever. And it has like a zipper on the top, and then some other pockets on the other side. It's able to carry a bunch of stuff. It even has a zipper on the back. But I think that like the main feature is that it's supposed to protect your Switch 2, but I don't think it does that. I don't think they designed it well enough for it to do that. So, and then on the picture online, it shows like a hammer crushing this thing. So when you look at it, it looks like it's, oh, this is gonna be hard shell, right? But nah, this is soft, man. You can, I don't know, I guess Co-ops, I'm sorry, but that's a skip for me. Honestly, you guys got to redesign that thing. It's only 35 bucks though, I think. Next one we got is this carrying case for the Switch 2 by Savage Raven. They're like the same company. They used to be called Skull and Company or something like that. But I really like this case. I have one of their carrying cases for my PlayStation Portal, and that thing is amazing. It's like basically the same thing as this, but they have like a thicker version, which they also have for the Switch 2 that you can buy. This is like the slimmer version of it. When you open this, like, it's super soft on the inside. Like, every layer of this is super soft. And this is a bundle that came with the like another grip case or whatever that they have. But I'm gonna talk about this in just a minute. This thing's pretty cool because you put your Switch 2 in here, and you can already see that it's gonna protect the screen and the back and everything. It even has this little strap thing that, you know, you can attach with the Velcro, and it has these slots that you can carry like 8 games with you. So when I put this on, what I like about this is that it doesn't cover the Joy-Cons, and when you close the lid, there's enough space on the top for the Joy-Cons. Like the one I have for my PlayStation Portal, I know when I put that thing in there, I know it's gonna be safe, you know? These guys make super good cases, and they're not expensive at all. The other thing that comes with this, with the bundle, you can buy these separately, but I just got the bundle because it came with this. This one's like a rubber case for the Nintendo Switch 2, same company, Savage Raven. This one feels pretty good in your hands with these extra like extended grips right here, and it has like this texture on the sides too, so it has like a decent grip to it. And it has the opening on the back to show the Nintendo Switch 2 logo. And also has all the cutouts on the top and bottom for like your, speakers, memory card, and USB-C and stuff like that. So at first I was like, wow, this thing's pretty dope, but it doesn't have a cutout for the kickstand, but it actually stands up. I'm like, wow, okay. You just got to be kind of careful because it can fall back. So with the kickstand, it's not going to fall back, if you go like that. But this thing you can push this thing back and it's just gonna fall over. So I think this one's a good option if you want something that's inexpensive and still protects your Switch and it has the grips on it. And if you get the bundle, this is a really good combo to have, I think, to protect your Switch and be able to carry it around, just like an overall case, like a travel case combo. All right, so that's 10 accessories that I had for you guys for the Nintendo Switch 2. I do have one more actually. So this one is the D-brand Killswitch 2, but this one I think needed its own video. So I have a 2-part video for this one because there's so many things that this one had a lot of issues and flaws, and D-brand's supposed to fix them. Check out my 2-part video of the D-brand Killswitch 2, how it almost killed my Switch 2. And I'm about to post the second part to that within the next couple days. So it'll either be, by the time you see this, it'll either already be up there or it's coming within the next few days. So if you like the video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all at the next one. All right, peace.
Such a 90s baby though. If we grinded, then we grinded, man. I feel like Tony Hawk. And my homies got the iron, man. They feel like Tony Stark. And you better watch your head, cause it get wicked up the top.